What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the MetaMagix channel. This is episode 2 of the MetaMagix Monster Manual, taking all of monsters and creatures from various sources of media, mainly video games, and smashing them into a 5th edition stat block to give to you guys to use in your own campaigns for free. In the first episode, we took a look at one of the most iconic monsters in all of gaming, known as the Clicker from the Last of Us series. So I figured for episode 2 and probably 3 and 4, we're just going to be rolling through the rest of the unique monsters from this series, and we're starting off with the Bloater. Now, if you missed the first episode talking about the Clicker, I strongly suggest going to watch that video before this one, as it has very detailed mechanics that I introduced in that stat block that I will only be going through very briefly here. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. I'm going to leave a link to it right up here. But for now, guys, let's take a look at how you would run a Bloater from The Last of Us. So bloaters, just like their Clicker counterparts, are created when humanoids are exposed over a long period of time to the cordyceps brain infection, where the parasite slowly kills the host and mutates it over time. So for the purposes of this stat block, bloaters are considered large humanoids with the plant tag and are primarily chaotic evil. Their armor class is 16, being the same chitinous armor that covers the Clicker's body. However, it is much thicker and covers the entire body of the Bloater as opposed to just parts of the body of the Clicker. For their HP, I have given them a flat baseline value of 100 hit points, as they are meant to be much tankier than the average Clicker. However, you could alter this to your liking. For the stat array, the main focus here is the 20 strength and 20 constitution to represent how the Bloater has surpassed the peak of human strength and constitution, and the 5 intelligence being on how they are very dumb creatures who are very tunnel visioned into their targets. The rest of the stats are pretty standard. They have a large advantage on strength saving throws and also gain advantage on athletics checks. Just like the Clicker and other cordyceps infected creatures, they have a serious vulnerability to fire, and their armor gives them bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage resistance from non-magical attacks. And just like all other spore-based creatures, they are completely immune to poison and cannot be poisoned or blinded. However, unlike the Clicker, they do have a natural blind sight of up to 60 feet and have a passive perception of 10. They speak absolutely 0 languages and have a challenge rating of 8. The Bloater's main ability is Charge. If the Bloater moves at least 10 feet straight toward a target and then hits it with a melee attack on the same turn, the target takes an extra 3d6 bludgeoning damage. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 17 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. Moving on to the Bloater's 2 main attacks, it has the Slam attack, +8 to hit, range of 5 feet and 1 target. On a hit, the target takes 15 or 3d6 +5 bludgeoning damage, and on a hit, the target must make a DC 17 strength saving throw or be pushed back 10 feet and be knocked prone. The Bloater also has a ranged attack known as the Spore Bomb, +8 to hit with a range of 30 feet and a long range of 90 feet. 1 target, and on a hit, it deals 14 or 2d8 +5 bludgeoning damage. The Spore Bomb explodes in a 10-foot radius around the point of impact, spreading toxic spores. Any creature inside the radius when the bomb explodes or starts its turn there must make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw or become infected. And if you'll remember, infection is essentially the new mechanic introduced with these stat blocks, where the target must heal themselves within a certain amount of time or die and turn into one of the infected. Talked about in the previous Clicker stat block. For the location you would find a Bloater, it would be in a sort of very dark, humid, underground type areas that have been heavily infested by the spores, very similar to the location you would find a Clicker in. And that is how I would run a Bloater in DnD 5e. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave it a like. And if you guys want to take this stat block and use it in your own games, there is a link to my Twitter in the description where I will have this posted by the time this video goes up. So go check that out, download it, use it in your own games. Have fun with it, guys. And guys, also let me know in the comments if you prefer these more short form episodes of the MMM, as the shorter I can make these, the more of them I can put out for you guys. Or if you prefer the longer, more descriptive versions of these episodes like the first one, let me know in the comments as well, guys. But regardless, have fun with this, guys. Stay safe out there, and until next time, happy gaming.